Welcome, everyone, to OCM Magazine. My name is Ken, editor of the publication. And today I'm joined by some amazing, incredible community members from OnChainMonkey. And I'm excited to introduce them to you today. So we have Bryan, Conquistador, CandyViz here right now joining us, and possibly Red Hot Pink and OCMJ are going to be joining us. And we're going to be talking about the Hoodie Club. And I'm really excited to find out more about everything that's involved in that club, what's exciting about it, and why ultimately people would want to join this hoodie club. I want to start things off just with a joke because we like to keep things light here at OCM Magazine. So here's a joke for you guys. Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer?
Hmm. I have no idea.
She kept running away from the ball.
Oh gosh.
Anyways, so let's talk about you guys. I want to start off just having you guys tell us just a little bit about yourselves, maybe outside of the on-chain monkey community. Maybe some interesting tidbits, from your life outside of there, and kind of how did you transition into the OCM community and start to get involved with OCM. So whoever would like to start, Conquistador, if you want to kick things off.
Sure, yeah. So I'm in the Marine Corps. I've been in the Marine Corps for 16 years, in supply and logistics. I do a lot of finance, accounting, procurement. I got into OnChainMonkey last year, back in January. Ended up going to NFTLA and meeting up with Sophia over there, and then getting invited to an event in Las Vegas at the Grammys. It was a party done by One Of. Met up with like NFT Only, Amanda Terry, Bill Ty, several of the OnChainMonkey community there. It was a amazing experience to say the least. And I was just hooked from there and increased my OCM bag significantly. And yeah, here I am today.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've been watching you, snipe these rare monkeys over these past weeks. So that's really cool to see. It's really inspiring, to be honest with you. Being someone who's fairly new to the community, it's really neat to see the actions that you're taking with OCM.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go over to Bryan.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. How did I find my way into OCM? Well, I got involved and interested in crypto and NFTs, gosh, a few years ago, I guess, late 2020, and then especially in 2021 and especially later 2021, I really started to get involved in the NFT space. Um, I didn't get my first on-chain monkey until December of 2022. So it's been 5 months about in the OCM community, and it's been great to get to know everybody. Um, Outside of Web3, I'm a high school teacher. I've been teaching in public schools in the state of Indiana for nearly a decade, 8 years now, I think. And so I teach various science classes. Recently, I've been teaching chemistry, so um, sort of high level courses at the high school level. And that's what I studied in college. I didn't go to school for teaching, so I kind of found my way into education through I guess someone gave me a call one day and asked if I'd ever thought about being a teacher and a coach. And the coaching part I had thought about. I played football and played in college, and that's kind of my background. So my whole life has been in sort of like education and football, and I'm a coach now to this day. And yeah, so really interested in sort of like forming communities that are interested in sort of developing, um, I guess, themselves as individuals and learning and growing. And that's what Hoodie Club is all about, gathering around people who are interested in self-improvement and collective improvement and sort of building things that are of interest and relevance to OnChainMonkey primarily, but sort of zooming out, like all of NFTs and Web3 and crypto and this like new economy that we're all participating in now. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of interested in. And Conquistador talks a lot about some things that really jive with me. And yeah, I've always liked the hoodie traits. So it's kind of curious how people have some similar interests just based on even like a trait on an NFT collection.
Excellent.
Thanks. So yeah.
Well, thank you, Bryan, for sharing that. And hello, Mandy, and hello, Jay. Great to see you both. Let's go over to CandyViz. Tell us a little bit about your background and kind of how you got your start in OCM community.
Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to Conquistador was reached out on Twitter Space and was like, "Hey, what are you interested in building some stuff?" And that's like the magic word for me. Yes, always. I am a software engineer through and through. I've been building things with software since like eBay was just taken off. So got my like start 20 odd years ago, writing Perl scripts and things like that, and have kind of moved from through different startups throughout my career. How I found myself in OnChainMonkey. I mean, I honestly stalked the contract for so long, just looking at the OnChainMonkey contract as like, this is amazing, and finally got enough funds to like, oh, okay, I can get a Genesis. That was a few months before the Karma mint, and then was lucky enough to mint Karma 10 in the Karma mint, and have been kind of here ever since. I mean, I think if there's ever a person to follow in the NFT world, it is Danny. From a software engineering standpoint,
yeah,
I will listen to everything and anything he says as like, okay, this is where we're headed. So yeah, like I said, I'm really just excited to be here as and happy that I was able to connect with Conquistador and
yeah,
be here building some stuff.
That's incredible. I think builder is kind of the theme here with the Hoodie Club. Is like, it just seems that you guys just build amazing things and you're action takers. And so that's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from you guys. So thank you, CandyViz, for sharing your story.
Of course.
Jay, how are you?
Good. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I had to join a little bit late. So my story of how I found OnChainMonkey, I stumbled into a Web3 pitch session, and it happened to have Amanda Terry presenting on OnChainMonkey. And prior to that, NFTs were just something that flew over my head, and I just didn't know enough about them and figured they were just kind of junk. But the story resonated with me. The social good aspect, I figured, if there's a time to experiment and test the waters, this is as good as any. And, worst case, maybe I make a difference in somebody else's life. So I bought my first Genesis, and then I participated in the mint, and I've, added to my position. I kind of targeted the cheaper way to get to royalty. I just started picking up a bunch of Karma Floor
Mhm.
and trying to just better understand this energy, or the engine behind this project. And so getting some of these pipelines into Danny and the rest of the team has been really what my goal, right? And then making these connections and interacting with everybody. It's just been great. Little fun fact that the day after I bought my first Genesis Monkey, a bottle of the Monkey 47 gin showed up at my front door. It happened to just be a coincidence. Somebody actually sent it to my wife, like a vendor of hers. But it was just kind of like a little bit of that karma in action. And, I've just continued to see, as I put in more energy into this project, it just seems to keep giving back in unsuspected ways.
Amazing. There's so much we can learn from you guys, just being since you guys have been in for such a long time, and you understand just many facets of OCM, and I really appreciate you being here, Jay. So thanks for joining us. And Mandy, Red Hot Pink, you came in. I know we've touched upon this a little bit about your story, but maybe if you wanted to add, something that maybe you didn't mention before about maybe your OCM journey, something interesting or something that you would like to share.
I mean, I said it already, but the community is what brought me into this space and everything. I love OnChainMonkey, but I love it even more now because like my husband's building and doing something great, and I'm so proud of him and everything
Yes.
that's happening. Like
Yes.
it literally opened my eyes and I'm like, oh my God, dude, like that's amazing. Everything he's doing.
Let's go, Conquistador.
Let's go. So I'm excited. Let's talk about the Hoodie Club. Conquistador. Tell us about it. Just give us a rundown. Like, what is it and how can people get involved?
Yeah, so basically how it started was I love the DAO. That's one of the biggest things that brought me into the OCM, that and the community full of talent and professionals in many different just many different areas. But I realized that the ideas that I wanted to bring about, I just couldn't find the talent. And I mean, I could put in the work to go through the Discord, go through Twitter, but you had to really, like, I am in the community every day. And even I didn't know who really to reach out to aside from like the loud people like Good Things, Heavy D, Alpha Andy. So I was like, there needs to be a better way. So I just started looking at my monkeys and I was like, which one of these do I want to do something with? So I my favorite was my Karma with the horns and the hoodie. And I was like, I reached out to some people. I was like, should I do something for the horns or for the hoodie? And everybody was like, the hoodie for sure. So I was like, that's kind of what I was thinking, because the hoodies just that's the culture within Web3 is they're builders. So I was like, that kind of works perfect. And so I just kind of started putting together this idea and slowly putting it out on Spaces about trying to put together some kind of directory or platform that shows who's who in the zoo, if you will. So who is into web design, who's a software engineer, who's a developer, who can help you bring your ideas to life. And it just so happened, I mean, it's crazy how these things happen, but it's like CandyViz and Bryan were kind of brand new in the spaces then. I hadn't seen them, and I was bringing this up, and they're like, that sounds awesome. That's something I'd want to be a part of. And I was like, well, I don't even really know these guys, but CandyViz was like, yeah, I'm a software engineer. I was like, that's a win. We need that, and Bryan was like, yeah, I'm all about learning and teaching and everything. And I was like, I mean, that's what I want to do. That's part of the Hoodie Club. Is not just showing who's who, but I also, in the long run, want to have people who want to learn and people who want to teach and people who want to mentor different skills, whether it be graphic design, coding, developing, all those different things. So it just kind of worked perfectly. I reached out to some well-known community members, put together like the very basics just to show that I was serious about it. So put together a Twitter, a Discord, moved a monkey over, started collecting bananas, tried to get the word out, built a following on Twitter for the OCM Hoodie Club. I reached out to like Danny and the team just so they can kind of hear what we were doing before we did it. And then after we started to build stuff up, kind of put out a paper to everybody that I was interested in helping me with, and just asked who wanted to be on board, formed a team, and yeah, we just started working, and now we got a 1 ETH award from the Small Grants Committee.
Congrats.
And we're looking forward to, yeah, thank you. We're looking forward to launching sometime in the near future. CandyViz has been plugging away. I'll let him touch on that. Don't want to steal his thunder. Yeah, he's building a lot of things. That's the core of what we're doing, and it's super awesome. Really excited. But eventually we want to get to a point where we can launch this and have people sign up and join to be a part of the Hoodie Club. Whether or not you have a hoodie, it's for OnChainMonkey holders in general.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we want to start out, is with OnChainMonkey community, kind of test it out on our own community, provide the value for our community. And then we really do think it has value for other communities. It's just we want to fine tune it here, kind of like the Nouns Prop House. And then if other communities want to use it, that would be great too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, people can join even if they don't have a hoodie monkey. I myself do not have one as of yet. And I'm like thinking I'm going to have to get one of these, like to get in the club, I'm going to have to get a hoodie monk. So yeah, thanks for.
I actually didn't have a hoodie when like Conquistador first asked me if I wanted to do this. So
Okay.
I ended up buying one because I was like, oh my God, what we're doing is really cool. So I have to have one, but I did, yeah. I was not lucky enough. I want to close 11. I'm like chasing a close 11 eventually, but
that's awesome. So CandyViz, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing on the software engineering side for OCM Hoodie Club?
Yeah, of course. I mean, right now, I mean, shall I just show the demo? Is that like, would that be better? Like I could walk through kind of the beta of the site.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Okay. Yeah, so this is really just a beta site, and working through like the formatting of this, and so I have more things locally here, but I'm just going to share this. I mean, it's really kind of the just a directory of builders, of like people that are interested in like working on things or where they want to learn. Kind of it's within this community of OCM, people that are building, their background, what they're building. You can go into details, like people can post different projects they're working on. Like I do POAPs, obsessed with POAPs. They like for every Thursday or every Rise Radio Thursday, I do a different POAP. Like this is just a project I'm working on.
Okay.
Kind of a place to share those types of things. If somebody's doing banners for people and they just want to say, hey, this is kind of a project that I'm working on, some place to post someplace to find people. We're definitely going to build out this search and kind of filter criteria of like, I want to look for developers, I want to look for designers, different things like that. But really, it's a directory. It's this kind of place that you can go to find different people in the community, different fun things around, like, you want to send a flaming banana to somebody for a project of like, hey, this is an awesome idea. You can send that on Twitter, and that is kind of part of the banana economy, but it is like
Right.
built into that whole thing. But really just like starting to see what this can evolve into, and really focus on just a directory of builders, projects, what they're working on, that is kind of public and available to the OCM community. We're working on kind of what that tier is, what's publicly available, what's available just to the community. But it's all kind of just really this place that is not Discord, because it's so easy to just, you lose something in Discord, and it's like, oh, I know this person did this one thing, but I want to be able to, like, who could make me a really amazing banner for this new project that I'm working on, who could do this other thing, and like making that available for people that are interested to both look for people and say, hey, I'm available to do this. This is one part of the Hoodie Club. I think there's many other aspects, layers on top of like things, but I think we can, I would be thinking that we're looking at this fairly near term is my goal.
Awesome, man. That's really exciting. Where do you guys see yourself maybe 3, 5, 10 years down the road? What do you guys want this project to evolve into? Maybe Conquistador can start, and if anyone else wants to chime in.
Yeah, well, I think like we've all said before, we all kind of have our own things that we're inputting into this and our own ways that we can take it. I think we're starting at the foundation. But from there, after we get this built, slowly, I'd like it to be kind of run by the community of builders and just taken over by those within our community, the developers, the builders, the graphic designers, those who want to teach and mentor, and it just kind of run on its own. But I know some of the things in the near future, like after we build this, like that I would like to see is also like a kind of like an experience level and a trust, some way to show like what things people have done within the community. Like everybody knows Heavy D, that name gets thrown around because, I mean, we've seen a lot of the graphic design work that he's done for our community, and a lot of the things that he's built, like the Full Set Friday posterizer and all kinds of stuff that he's made. So just seeing like, hey, this person has done all these projects within the community and they're well known and well trusted. That's cool, and a way that we can show that on the OCM Hoodie Club would be great. And then just really, I would love to see it branch out once people start posting their projects and showing like what they're looking for and networking with each other. I truly think that with the people that Danny is attracting to this community, especially, like, it was perfect timing. We started this in January, and then Ordinal started in February, and Danny was on like a tirade of going in spaces and speaking to all these high level Bitcoiners, and they just are attracted to him because of how intelligent he is in the space. So I think as we attract these people into our community, because that's what's happening and that's what's going to happen, I truly think as we build this out and they join this network, it's going to be one of the most powerful networks within Web3 of builders. So I'm really excited for that.
On a little bit lighter note, do you guys prefer to wear hoodies in real life over other types of clothing?
I do personally. I wear hoodies all the time, and we are working with thanks to Brian, who brought the idea early on when we were in talks. And Nico's a big uh he is
He's
like,
something else.
I don't need another black hoodie. I was like, well, listen, this is the hoodie club, and guess what? We're getting a hoodie. Like, it's happening.
I'm a hoodie fan myself. I'm gonna have to pick one of those up when you guys release those. Love that.
Yeah, same. I live in Indiana, and in the summertime, I definitely don't wear hoodies because it gets pretty hot here
Ah,
in the summer.
yeah.
But today I wore a hoodie to work even.
Oh.
Let's go.
Candy. Are you a hoodie fan, my friend?
I mean, I have so many hoodies in my closet from so many
Yes.
hackathons that like I don't even know what to do with them.
Well, anything else? Any last words about the Hoodie Club, and maybe if someone's interested in getting involved, what's just the easiest way they can do that?
We're trying to get the word out there, working on some things. We just got the small grant, so we're going to be pushing out more content on what we're doing. And then as we get closer, like CandyViz said, we're going to be onboarding some of the builders we know in the community to kind of do a test run of what we've built out. And then when we feel like we're at a point where it's ready, then we'll do like a formal launch and get it out there for everybody to jump on board. And I'll let them speak onto it, but also whenever they're done, I'd like to know kind of your thoughts on the Hoodie Club and what you're excited about and what you want to see from us.
Sure.
I would just say like I think anyone should feel free to reach out to any of us just to ask what we're building, ask any questions. Like I would love if people have projects they're working on and like they have something like, hey, I want to do this thing and I want people to know about it. Like the more information we have about those like people that are building in the community or people that like want to find other people, like that's just going to add value to like what we're building to know that. So please reach out to us and like let us know what you're thinking just about this idea, what where you see it going. I like any information on any of that is valuable. We're so kind of early in what we're building here. Like we can like take any of that input and welcome it, frankly.
Excellent. How about you,
for
Brian?
sure. I would echo that and just say like look out for us in the already existing, platforms in the community, the Discord, Twitter Spaces. We've got a chat already with 65 people in it, so I'm sure we'll be talking rapidly about like having some sort of ongoing formalized discussion areas that include the broader community. And obviously we've got Twitter Spaces where we can have live discussions, but some kind of forum is also, something to speak of. But I just spoke to a couple people in the last couple days that are, software developers and are looking to get involved. So we're constantly bumping into people, meeting new people in the community that we don't know already. Alpha Andy is like the great connector of all the monkeys. So reach out to him, reach out to any of us, and we'll be able to, connect you with somebody based on your interest, or we might know somebody who knows somebody also. So yeah.
I love what you guys are doing. I love that everyone who's a part of it is just building, like you're putting your heads down and you're just going to work. That's a very admirable thing about you guys that I noticed, and it really stands out, and it's going to bring a lot of value not only to the OCM community, but like you said, other communities eventually as well. I really want to say thank you for coming on today. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm sure that we'll be speaking again very, very soon.
Yeah, thanks, Ken.
Thanks for reaching
Yes.
out to us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your night.